Hello, everybody. Welcome to the preview for our next and final practice match against the Sydney Swans tomorrow night, Friday night, 7:10 p.m. up in Sydney. The teams have just been announced and there's a bit of news and there are some storylines that are starting to emerge. The notable absentees from the team that is named for tomorrow night are Patrick Cripps, which we know about. He had a family issue as well. I think he rolled his ankle in the practice match last week against Collingwood. So there's that. Harry Mackay's not playing. Obviously, Walsh is out. Jack Martin, Mitch McGovern, and Nick Newman notable as the absentees. I'll start with McGovern and Martin. So I mentioned this on Monday night during the Blue Abroad show. We've been told about their modified program, and it's really all about getting them prepared for the season. I'm a little concerned that it's a little bit more now than a modified program. I'm concerned that there is an injury. And the reason that I'm concerned is because they haven't played a practice game. I know Mitch copped a knock to the back a few weeks ago in one of our intra-club scratch matches. So I guess I'm a little bit concerned for round one as to what that means for him. Jack Martin in the same boat. I guess hopefully we'll get an update on that before round one. But initially, my feeling around that is, okay, what does that mean for them in round one? The team, as it was named, you see Sam Doherty was named in the back pocket, so it will be interesting to see how much of that midfield role he plays. I think, especially with Nick Newman out of the side as well for tomorrow night, I would say that Doherty will probably play more in defence than in the midfield. Chincotta on that halfback flank, will be looking pretty closely at him to see how he goes second time out with this group and see if he can stake a claim for round one. We see Blake Acres there on the wing. We see Ed Kerno there in the centre. We see Chera on the other wing as it's named. That looks pretty solid for us. Ollie Holland's named on the half forward flank. We'll see what that means for him. I think it's a good opportunity for him and even Lockie Cowan as well to see how much they can improve on last week. It was their first hit out last week with the group, so naturally you would expect there to have been a few nerves. So I'm keen to see how they go for their second match. Pitternet named in the side, which is a good sign. I'm a big Pitto fan. He's there with De Koning named in the side, so I guess we'll get to see the two of them play at the one time. I'm a big fan of it. I think Pitto and De Koning complement each other. Pitto really gets in there consistently with that physicality, and Tom is a really special athlete as well. He can jump over the top of guys and provide a little bit more of a almost, I wouldn't say pinch hit, but I think Pitto's more consistent throughout the four quarters, and Tom is a little bit more of an impact player. So I'm really excited to see how that one develops. I guess, when you talk about the extended bench, other names that are notable for me, Paddy Dow, Owies back in, Jack Carroll, Young Binns, Honey, Sam Durden. It is an extended bench, so we'll see how that one plays out. The emergencies, Brodie Kemp, Alex Murkov, Harry Lemmy, and Dom McQuay. Another absentee that I've noticed is Caleb Marchbank. So I guess there is a bit of a question mark there as to where exactly is he at? How far off is he? I did note about him and McGovern and Martin, and if they didn't play this week, that I'd be a little concerned. So that is on the back of my mind. I'm hoping to get a better update from the club around that. Overall, what do you want to see tomorrow? I'm curious to see how we go at stoppages without Cripps. We obviously don't rely on him as much as what we used to. There's plenty of bulls in there. George Hewitt, one of them. Matt Kennedy, another one. Chera, we'll see how that plays out. Ed Kerno's obviously another big body as well. But yeah, really interested to see how we go about it at stoppages. I'm interested to see how we control the tempo of the game. We spoke to Zach Williams earlier in the week, and he made note of our control as he was watching the practice match last week, and that seems to be a feature of what we're wanting to do better this year, how we control games. The forward line, obviously, without Harry, I'm a little bit disappointed in that because I want Harry and Charlie to have as many repetitions as possible. Having said that, De Koning named in that forward line. Now, I don't know what his minutes will be and the percentage of his minutes will be as a forward and as a ruckman, but an opportunity for him to just play his trade and add another layer to what he already can do. So there's an opportunity there. But overall, more than anything else, just get through unscathed, win the game. Never want to see a loss, always want to see a win. But yeah, just get through unscathed. I think there's probably, I feel like there's 4 to 5 spots that could potentially be up for grabs. So I'm curious to see, I guess, these youngsters that have come in, if they can nab themselves a spot. A guy like Chincotta, you see the small forwards as to who's going to play. Durden, Corey, that is, he is not named. So that tells me that he's probably doubtful for round 1, given he hasn't had a practice match. And so, yeah, I'm keen to see the young boys, the Bins, the Carrolls as well. So, yeah, I'm curious. I guess the overall feeling is a little bit more of concern for the ones that are not playing, the real senior bodies. But that was my first take on the team. What about you? Let me know. What do you think about the team? What are you really expecting from tomorrow? What should we be adding from last week? How much importance do you really put on this game against the Swans? And we'll go from there. We'll see you tomorrow night. Watch along, fan cams, back to normal. We get a little taste of normality before having a short break, and then all systems go for round 1. Chat to you in the comments. See you later.